Hi guys, very good evening to you. So in this video we are going to talk about one of the questions. I got it from one of my subscribers, and his name is Mr. Yunus, and he said that how can I name a sheet by referencing a cell to give name to the number of sheets from a list? Can you help me? Right. So what exactly he's saying is he's saying that if in Excel he wants to create some sheets, and those sheets should be created based on what actually we are going to write in the Excel cells, right? So thank you so much for your question, Mr. Yunus, and definitely let's see how we can actually build up this code. But before I do that, I just received a a great appreciation from one of my subscribers again. Mr. Scott actually has written this: Ajay, I'm using VBA in MS Access and had a similar need to this. So he actually was watching this video number 94, where I've talked about the arrays and the the loops. So it's actually a great video. If you want to get the good understanding on the arrays and the loops, then please go and watch this video. This is more of a very practical situation, and this is what actually he has written. I appreciate your work showing this issue, even though it is a little different coding in Access. Obviously VBA Access, VBA Excel, both are different things, but the thought process is still very similar, very true. I also appreciate that you didn't cut out the errors from the video and showed the process of figuring out how to get to the desired result. Very well done. Thanks for the help. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Scott. I really appreciate. I even replied you because I just couldn't ignore this such a wonderful comment. You appreciated my work, and the good thing is that I really don't like to cut the videos, because I feel that if I'm going to cut the videos and I'm going to show you simply as if there is no error and the codes can be prepared very in a very easy way, then I think I'm going to be liar, right? So I want when I prepare the codes, when I record the videos, I start it from the beginning and then I take it to the ending part. If I get stuck somewhere, I don't think so one should edit the code, because then what you will feel, you will feel like that the person who is actually recording this video, he knows each and everything. Now, knowing each and everything, knowing VBA or Excel is a different thing. If you know each and everything about them, that's fine, but then the problems comes, you get stuck. It's not that every time you prepare the code and you get through in the very first attempt. So I don't want to actually say I'm very good, but the only thing is which I say that give me the errors, because I want to learn from the errors. And this is what I always say, that you should actually get as many errors as you I mean, not I wouldn't say that as you can, but you get the errors, you then need to understand why they're coming, and that's where your actual learning starts. So I think to be a good programmer, to be good in Excel, one should really should not stay away from the errors. If you're getting the errors, rather than going on the Google without knowing the reason actually and copying and pasting the codes, and then seeing that the code is working fine, so let's just now forget about the errors, right? No, that's not the correct approach. You should actually understand that if the error is coming, what is exactly the reason, so that the next time when the error comes, you should be going on the Google, but you should be knowing that what exactly you did wrong. And that's what I believe in, and that's why I upload the videos. So for all those who are watching this video for the first time, this is our video number going to be, I think, 170, and this is my YouTube channel where you can go and watch all those videos. 170 videos are there, or you can log into my website and you can go to the tutorial section. I provide the training online through Excel and the VBA, and similarly, if you are looking for the video tutorials, then you can also watch these videos using my website. Otherwise, you can also directly go to the channel and you can check out all the videos. So there you see all these videos, and please try to watch them on the YouTube. It's going to benefit him a lot. So today what we are going to do is, a gentleman asked me that if I'm going to create here, let's say a sheet, let me name the sheet as, let's say, A, B and C. So we want to create the sheet based on the list, so we'll create a macro for that. So what you'll do, you go in the developer tab and in the Visual Basic, and we're going to insert it, module, and then we're going to write it, right? So let's say creating sheet, this is the name I'm going to give to this macro. So I'm going to be on the sheet 1. So what I will do, I will run a loop, obviously, and then we can do one thing. We can run a loop, let's say for I equals to 1, 2. How many times you need to run this depends how many values you have in this sheet 1. So I'll say that sheet I'll give the sheet name, which is called the sheet 1, and then range, and then we're going to move from the 10 lakh in the upward direction to get the row number. Okay, so what this actually does, this code, this is used for the control arrow. So what will it do? It goes to the 10 lakh 48,576, or maybe we have written here 10 lakh, so you can write whatever you want. I can so I mean, the idea is it goes to this 10 lakh cell. Let me just write it here, 10,000. There we go. Yeah, so from here it will use the control up arrow, and obviously the moment it goes to the control up arrow, it is going to pick up the last filled value, and for that I'm going to actually retrieve the information, and the information is about the row number. What is the row number for my active cell? At this point in time, it is going to give me the 3, right? So that makes sure that I'm going to run this loop 3 times, right? So what now we're going to do is, now we're going to name our sheets accordingly. So what you can do is, you can create a sheet for this. Let's say, first of all, create the variable demi as, let's say, long, and then we're going to write this for next loop. Okay, by the way, if you want to learn more videos, if you want to see more videos on the loops, go to my website or YouTube channel, and there you will have this category, collection loops. You can see here all the collection loops are available, and similarly if you just scroll little more in the downward direction, so you'll have your for loops category. Yeah, that's the one. So these all videos talks about the looping, right? So this is one more video I'm going to add today after recording this. So now what we want to do is, we want to add a sheet. So this is how you write the sheet, sheets.add. Now where do you want to add? That's the question actually. I want to add it to the last. Okay, so by default it has 3 sheets. So what I want to do is, I want to add it to the last sheet, because in your case you may have 4 sheets, 5 sheets, maybe 1 sheet, right? So what I will do, I will skip these by using the comma, and in the count I will write that sheets dot count. So the count is going to give me 3 because I have 3 sheets, right? This is the property which we use for this worksheet object, and then the sheet is going to be added after 3, right? So once I have the sheet added, remove the bracket. It's not going to take the bracket, you're filling the parameters. And once you have the sheet added, then that sheet should have an active name, active sheet.name. This is the line which we write to give the name to your active sheet, right? So obviously what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give the name called this one, I, and the column is going to be 1 dot value. And to be more specific, you can also write the sheet name, sheets, and then sheet 1. So basically what will happen when this loop will start, it will it is going to have this I as 1, and we are going to pass in this I value in this I. Ultimately then what will happen, you will have that value which is called the cell 1 comma 1, which means the row 1 and the column 1. So you will have the combination of that, and the moment it runs for the next time, again the sheet will be added, and sheet is going to be added, and similarly we'll have a new name which is going to be B, right? Just give me a second actually, just let me pause the video, I'll just come back. Okay, I'm sorry, actually something happened, so I had to pause the video. Alright, so this is the code which we have written. Now I want to, without wasting the time, I want to show you how exactly this code is going to work. So keep your eye on this Excel part as well while we are going to run this VBA code. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can run this or not. All right, so I'm going to press F8. There we go. Now I has a 1 value which we are going to use in this cell, and at the same time you can see this entire code should give me actually 3, right? So maybe I can actually put the watch, right click, select the line, and then right click, and then you can click on the add watch. So it should tell me the value. As you can see, as expected, we got the value 3, which means that this loop is going to run 3 times, and obviously it should run also 3 times because I have only 3 values. If I have more values, then definitely I will have this not 3 but the number of the values I have in my this range. So as you can see here, let me just increase the width of this. It is not required, but I thought, let me just do it for you because you should be able to understand everything about this code. So just give me a second to actually, okay, so let me reset this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I guess we are fine with this. Yeah, so you can see here that I have got the value here, which is the 3, which means I have 3 values. So this loop will run 3 times, and now we are going to actually this line, right, this is going to add the sheet. There we go. So you see a sheet is added. So how many sheets we have got it got it added? All right, so we did some mistake, you can see here. So what happened actually, let me just double click and move it somewhere else. Yeah, that's much better. Now actually if you look at the Excel, you see I had only 3 sheets and it created 3 more sheets, but that was not my motive. My motive was to actually create 1 sheet, but after the last sheet, which was sheet 3. So what happened? Actually, this is the wrong thing. What we did is we said that you need to add the sheets, and how many sheets you need to add? You need to add the total sheets 3. Right now it's showing 6 because you have now 6 sheets, right? So let's reset the code and let's just delete this. Okay, there we go. Alt EL is the shortcut key to delete the sheets. So instead of actually using this sheet.count in this parameter, which is called the count, I should have used it actually. Let me cut this. We will use this in after parameter. Okay, so we want to use this sheets, and this is how you write. So what will happen, sheets.count will give you 3, and then it goes to the sheet 3, which is sheet 3, and then it adds 1 sheet. Okay, another way of writing this is you can also write like this. We don't want to use the comma, you just write after colon equals to, and then after which sheet, sheets, and then sheets.count, and just remove this. Right, because you don't know how many sheets you have in your Excel, right? So that's why sheets.count is going to give you the number of sheets. Now let's quickly go ahead and let's see if we are right this time. There we go. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, you can see here 1 sheet is added instead of the 3 sheets, right? So because this sheet.count, which is now giving 4, because obviously we have now 4 sheets. Previously it was giving me 3, so it added after the sheet number 3, which means it added actually based on the position of the sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So I got the sheet now, active sheet. What is my active sheet? Obviously the new sheet which is created. So which value would you like to add this now? You know that on this cell, the row number 1, I have a text called written A. So I'm going to press F8, and there we go. You can see here that I've got A. Similarly now, again the sheet is going to be added after the 4th sheet. What is your 4th sheet? Your 4th, the 4th sheet is your this one A. So I press F8, and there we go, 1 sheet more added. Now this is the active sheet. So this time my I is now 2. If you remember, on the range A2, on the cell A2 of this sheet 1, I have written B, so it should give me the name called the B. Similarly, you can again add, and this is going to give you C, and that's it. Next, and then enter, because your loop was supposed to run only 3 times. You can see here, right? So I think it's a very simple code and you can use it. So what we can do is, now again let me delete this. Let's just use this F5, and now we can do one thing. Let's just write something here. Let's say Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and whatever you want to write. I can write the numbers as well. Let's say this is what you have written. Let's quickly go to the insert, and let's create the button so that we can record the macro. We can fix the macro here. So right click on this and go to the sign macro, and there I have my macro, which is called the creating sheet, right? So the moment I click here, I should be getting all the sheets. There we go. Oh wow, beautiful. So yeah, you can see here all the sheets are created, right? So if you want to delete every sheet, the next time you begin, you can again add the macro to it, that when you're going to run this, it should delete all those the sheets one by one. So you can run the loop called for each worksheet as well, right? But remember, in that case, Excel is, you can't actually have an Excel where you don't have a sheet. At least one sheet is required, right? So except of the sheet one, you can always delete all the rest of the sheets, right? So you can record a macro for this, or maybe you can do this manually as well. Like I'm selecting this using the shift key, and now I'm going to press Alt EL. There we go. I deleted it, and now if I put it here again, I get my sheets back. All the sheets are there, right? So if I delete them again, Alt EL, and let's say this time let's just delete this, and let's just click now. There we go. So only one sheet is created. So according to these values, you can definitely play around. You can put as many text entries or the numbers, and the sheet will be created. But remember one thing, if you're going to add something like this, let's say star J. Okay, so now I have a question. If I click here, do you think will it work? I don't think so. It should work, right? There you go. You cannot rename a sheet if the same sheet has it cannot rename a sheet to the same name as another sheet. So basically what happened, actually, if you look at this, the value called, let me just delete this once again. Let's just first delete the sheet. I forgot to delete the sheets. That's why it was not able to create the Jan sheet, because it was already created. You can't have the two sheets, right, having the same name. Now let's go ahead. There we go. You typed an invalid name. Now, do you guys know that you can't actually write a sheet having any special character? Like for example, if you're going to write here this star, it is not going to allow you. I'm trying to enter the star. I'm going to enter this caret sign. So this is allowed, but star is not allowed. If I put, let's say, this curly bracket, open bracket, you see this is allowed. If I put the A and with the dollar sign, it is allowed. So, but the moment I put this A and then plus sign, it is still allowing me, but the moment I put the star, I'm not able to put the star here, right? If I put the hash is working. If I put the sign of exclamation, it is working. I put the @ so it's picking up, right? For some reasons, I don't know, but it's not picking the star, right? So if I write here something like this, that means that I should be able to create this file. Okay, let's see. Let's just delete them. Okay, there we go. So it created, but for the star, it's not going to create. So I mean, you need to take care of all these things while making the code. I hope, my dear subscriber, you have got your answer. Just in case if you haven't got, this is not what you were looking forward to, please let me know, and I will be more than happy to, again upload a new video. But I think this is also giving you a good knowledge, and for those to all those who are watching this video for the first time, this is my channel, this is my website, and this is what I do. Actually, I try to make you awesome every time I come up, and your feedbacks always are required, and thank you so much for giving me wonderful feedbacks. So I'll come up with one more video very soon, and till that time, have a great learning and stay fit and stay happy. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.